Should say 1-3. He thinks he can break in while I'm in the shower. And they've threatened to lights and everything else. So I have my candle. I have rubbing alcohol, by the way, because they touched everything in my apartment. I don't even want to touch my knobs on my, like the door. They brag that they put all sorts of things in the water, and indeed hands were burned. I do have to bathe in the dark, though. They threatened to turn off the water. They've had illegal cameras up there in the smoke detector. If you dig around in the whole building's smoke detector will allegedly the cameras there. And in the fire, something like bugging or another camera, possibly a pinhole, leaving me to wonder about the fire department. Who are they in agreement with? But these Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. I have motion detectors. They've threatened to break in while I was in the shower. I have camping equipment. I thought of going camping. Some back and forth. I get a lantern, but I don't want to leave it here with kerosene bums. So I don't know about that. Whoops, my motion detector went off. Hold on, with spirit. 1 second. That a spirit just flitted by. It was like a dark dressed little guy. If you believe it or not, the let's see, he went by that motion detector. It's quite a loud one. That's actually faced that way because the bombs are so crazy. They hang out in a janitorial closet that wraps around the bathroom and the kitchen, and they threaten to come from the janitor from 229, which is below me. I'm in 329. Oh, if you want to see my hands, they've done water, poisons in my water. I think possibly, and I heard somebody. I don't. And there's some crawl space possibly behind the closet. It's about the depth of the closet. So I'm not quite sure, but I've heard people. So either they were in the hall or they were in crawl space. Some of the fat ones wouldn't fit. That's what I know. Now, with the bill, so we're just talking bums that are terrorizing, and they have nothing to do with anything legal, and they're dealing purely on an illegal opinion. They have to go because of the illegal camera. Now, and that does make me worry about the department and their involvement. Makes them look kind of, but everybody was a zombie. And if you believe they've taken my chakras all morning, I think they're going to control everyone and have a 300 control. The rest of the day. Come in. Oh, I don't know if I read. It's having a good thing. Even the spirits have to go off again. I actually want the spirits to be able to kick zombie visibles' asses. Language because I get fat after scratch my face with glass. And they prostitute me, so as many people be a prostitute. And I'll be able to get away. Fat women are harder to prostitute. Harder to stuff in a small car or a small space. So basically every day I'm kidnapping, organs trade, illegal obviously. The water smells like urine. I have to run it. So no matter how long I've run the water, they still burned me or put in things. I have to warm up some bottled water to rinse in because of the toxins that they put in. I I've usually had burned skin every day. Even when I was pretty, they started throwing acid in. This started a lot at the LaSalle apartments downtown. The security guards are crazy there. So is the whole place. They're a bunch of drug runners. Some people have to sneak me and everything. It's a bum on the mic. It is yeah, through the mic that they let to play the Lisa's Crazy game because they're all bloods, including the doctor affiliated with this building and the management and all the workers, including maintenance men. They're all nuts. All the tenants are nuts. They're all bloods, pretty much, except for a couple of Zetas. Oh, so one of them has some people hunting him down. Apparently, the organization starts with an L, A. And it's like a mafia. Well, here he is at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. I'm sure they'll be friendly to him. I'm sure any rival gangs, will be very friendly to all the rival gangs that are messing with me. Very friendly. The water now also smells toxic. If you anger a meth lab person, they'll have chemicals dumped in your water forever. Your water stinks. People go in on the it's crazy, so it's crazy. It's tore back. If you believe it's paranormal side. Bum is threatening me. It's one of the retarded people here. And America pretended these people weren't retarded. All they had to be were druggies, drunks, and criminals. And suddenly people will pretend they're smarter, nice, etc. It's like their version of nice is, oh, did the person cook them some meth? Did that person rob somebody for them? Smells like chemicals, like mortuary now. I hear some funny thumping. I have to be very clear or saw through floor underneath, making kind of a thumping noise. I could actually lock myself in the bathroom. You don't know how time-consuming all this crap to go through is. I hear some noise, but some of it was me. There we go. I'm locked in. They're going to have to chop through the shower if they try to harm me. So I guess that's part of the the ritual that someone. And it's just me here. And they've tried to prostitute me since I've lived in this building. I was quite a pretty woman. Some whores playing in people by the cities. Dirty whore. They've done that to the spirit too. So basically, they'd have to try through the door, saw voice, and they could get on CameraFi. Yeah, so I'm not a smokeless candle or just a light. They have cheap LEDs because they couldn't turn off the electricity here at night. And water, which obviously I'm going to call. They've also threatened to put me in, which I call 911, obviously. It's a little hard to see. I practically need a candle. Forgot. Might have to lock for a sec. The water is not mixing well with the shampoo. It smells like iodine. It smells kind of nasty. whatever. And let's see, this is a tea tree drying. It's a tea tree shampoo from the store. I think it'd be fine, maybe a little drawing, with the chemicals they put in there. It's a green bottle. It actually looks like soap and water. Tea tree is nice. Has antiseptic properties. Can be a little dangerous to use. Dangerous if you use too much of it. It's an anti-fungus. So I'm locked in here with my phone and a charger. Getting some which I can pull for the strip. There's a horror talking simulation of PUSSY. They keep making slavery threats and cooking threat. You're going to do this. It's a dirty, smelly whore that's in the janitor's room. Just a hooker, and you have no authority. Smell, you're just gross too. Nobody wants. That means they're going to try to control me. They just took chess and they're playing speed. Excuse me, after person. Soap smells, reacts to water. It smells good. And definitely it wasn't reacting with the dollar store shampoo, it was reacting with the water. And it did give off an ammonia. So, just figured that these chemicals in America, these bomb out hardware stores, not to knock Fred Meyer, it's the people who let these people go and buy the chemicals. And it's like, why would a retarded who's got an ADI need to buy tools in a low building? And it's a job that's discernible or even legal. So America should have cracked down on even black people buying too much bleach, too much sand, too much pine sol. I've smelled it. At about 132nd in Aurora, I complained about Bloods and Zetas. And there was a devil worship connection like you wouldn't believe. And they actually took the fall of Satan. It's like Satan rounded up people he wanted. They were all garbage of all different colors. There are no whites in the U.S. And if you have a problem and you're white, they actually reworked whites to be dumb shits and inferior. And it wasn't just black people or others that didn't like whites. It was whites that were retarded, like these retarded people at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. Forrest talking about taking tissue. They have an obsession with body parts, including through the invisible, and etheric and real bodies. And Satan let them see invisible and feel them. So it's just as evil and horrible as a Hannibal Lecter guy. I mean, it's not like you're fighting something wispy at that point. It's like these things also brag about molesting people in the spirit world and torturing them. It's not something misty that's bothered them. A lot of times it was innocent people that they've held on to for years that are mindless horrors now themselves, or animals, or other beings from other planets even. And personally, I hope those beings all go together against them and destroy them. And destroy them for their evil. And there's a horror-making fact. So they took part of my back. They took a lot all day. In fact, I was achy at Elizabeth Gregory home to like volunteer. Well, I care a lot because I care there. You know, I volunteer and go there for day service because I pay for my storage. Other expenses caused by bulks, so buying gas, and you know, buying my toilets when I can, and things that are survival based. Think of, oh, even a lantern that I torch. Might have to be just an LED lantern or some LED strip light. Keep the battery thin. There's people that they have along the route thinking they're going to rape me or kidnap me, including at 105th and Aurora, and also, and there's a whore on the mic saying you're not going to tell on them. So instant FBI. Touch me, there's an FBI call. You're not going to touch me. Trying to make rules. Aurora. They actually should have some of the worst terrorists I've ever seen like these hanging out. And of course, it wasn't just all Satan. You had members of Satanists before the fall, and you had morons. And one of them's talking about marriage. What does she mean? Oh, rape, prostitution, and taking identities. So it kind of made them the lights, but you know, with the camera, when people do, they just turn up the light, but it makes images are a little less effective with the camera. I can't hear. I've got too much water in my ears. It's a retarded voice. Some of the younger guys look very old for their age. As it should be, for sure. I'm thinking of how I've got the door blocked off. So instead of sitting here listening and door blocked, is take a broom, mop, especially a mop that has a nice kind of grip, and they have a hooked edge, usually a lot of mops, and you stick the mop under where the lever depresses, and if it's a latch, you're not going to have it through. Some, there are shoehorn things that go under a door, but some of those are dolls. Some of the doors are cut them. They'll have false witnesses. And America nurtures that's the parents of the U.S. These criminals, and some of them like white ones. They're when people try to have so like they'll try to make it look like some prejudice against them. The old guy that's not really meaning his cane. Why does he carry them? At least 30% of them. They don't even take and talking. This crime level has infested all colors. Ooh, glad I didn't have my phone in here. It's like a swamp. When you have the dark, you can see they're causing trouble with even the water leaking out of the shower. So these people, criminals, cause so much waste. It's just unbelievable. Whore playing contacting authorities. She's a dirty, drippy whore, excuse my graphic language, and she's in a janitor's room illegally. Even if they say, well, the manager gave us permission, well, the managers are all nuts and crazy, and they will be committed and arrested as well as the rest of everyone like them. And I predict that NATO might have to come in with the police. Somebody's going to have to help them. Somebody's going to take the guns away for themselves, and they constantly strip me of power. I was actually so big with any chakras or spirit or soul. The U.S. Now this is going to be a bit on there. On the bus the other day. So what do you do? Motion detector. Why do you have to? But batteries. You don't need the batteries in your. You don't need them. Zombie sickness gang members. They have fetish dead and live people. Blood. They will drink the blood of. So if you have an obsession with vampires, take you. Like that picture is my outlet. Got to do a few things, and then I will probably pray and put my oils on. I use essential oils, natural oils. But I like them to the one God. Blah, blah, blah. I can't hear everything. I've got water in my ear. And uterine, it's a dirty who's a whore. Guaranteed no education. Which brings the zombies to brain. They have this and then resurrection. 12 minutes. 12 an IQ over 80, even they allegedly were foul and retarded. There are other shows that might have something to do with this and how they come back. The emotional flatness, there's something wrong. Like you want my shot, never. Never in you. Never in you or anyone else, just me. Somebody's playing chest. So they're out of set, eating and excluding people or beings to, quote, sub them. And you ask, and if it's too deep,